Welcome back. You're with Nelson and Dino, listening to the Dino and Nelson Real Estate Radio Show. And this segment is going to be brought to you by Title 365, another innovator in communication where you can look at transaction status via your iPad, your iPhone, simply logging in and knowing what's going on, which is ending the chase in communication. I really enjoy that. If you want to contact us with for any additional information on the show, you can reach us direct at 888-814-3335. That's 888-814-3335. Or you can text the word refi to 313131. So we have great guest with us right now. We have one of the gristled veterans of real estate.
Wait a second, I resent that.
You resemble that. Gristled veterans and Ray Lamoureux. And we also have
way to make our guests feel special.
Yeah, no, I know.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
You really are.
He's a soothsayer and wise counselor.
I'm gonna revert back to what he told us on the way up here.
Uh-oh.
He said his wife told him to make sure we were nice to him.
Yeah,
right after that comment, you just started banging on him.
That was nice. There you have it. And we also have from Escrow Technology, Terri Eden. And again, one of our resident experts that
Don't call her grizzled, please. Don't do it.
I would not do that. She's 25, but she's been working in the industry over 30 years. And yeah, it's perfect. And we're going to look at some of the issues that we're wrestling with in the marketplace. Let me tell you a little bit about Ray. Ray is a fifth-generation Californian. He's known as the concierge of Turtle Rock. I love that. And really what I enjoy about Ray's business practice, especially in the wave of technology, he is a self-proclaimed dinosaur. No blogging, no website. I think he has email, but I'm not convinced. No Twitter.
He does.
No Facebook.
I'm leaving right now.
Yeah. So guess what? When you work with Ray, you work with Ray. I love that.
You know, and judging from how he looks, my guess is when he wants to find a house for his client, the way he approaches it, he tells his client, tell me which house you want. He goes, knocks on that door and says, yo, I'm buying this house from you now. You got it?
Wow, a Greek.
Usually it's a little more subtle than that, Dino.
The
the word yo never comes into play.
Yeah, exactly.
No, never.
So welcome to the program.
Thank you. I feel very welcome.
So you heard us talking in the previous segments. Everyone is screaming the same battle cry in terms of not having inventory to sell, and the investors leading the charge. Obviously, in the Irvine and surrounding areas, you're finding the same thing, aren't you?
Very much so, in Irvine especially. And again, I'm not just the concierge of Turtle Rock. I do business all the way from Pebble Beach down to Cabo San Lucas.
Concierge of Southern California.
Yes, and beyond.
Okay.
But just as a very specific example, which probably doesn't go out to all of Southern California, but in Turtle Rock, there are probably a little over 5,000 houses that could be sold. Condos and houses. There are 12 on the market this morning.
12 out of 5,000.
12 and that's just in Turtle Rock. So it's an amazing market right now. You have to have your wits about you all the time to try to find a property for people.
And we talked a little bit about the 5 points of preparing a buyer to come to market and be successful in purchasing. We're going to post those on our website and our Facebook site. So if you're listening, you can resource that simply on the internet. But on the finance side, Dodd-Frank. And this is the legislation that's corrected the mortgage industry from the subprime years and the mortgage meltdown. But it's hurting us, isn't it?
I think it's hurting us tremendously anytime you have any more levels of government. In fact, I was talking to a wise person who said that he thought it was sort of DMV'd. In other words, it was like the Department of Motor Vehicles. And I couldn't disagree. I think there's more disclosure that's unnecessary, and a number of things that just falls into the cost of homeowners.
It seems like it's out of the Department of Redundancy.
Correct.
Ray, what about the 17-day loan contingency? We're all up against it, and in a marketplace like this, with financing being as difficult as it is, and on the real estate purchase contract, it says in 17 days you have to remove all contingencies. What do you think about that? Is that time still appropriate these days?
It depends on the transaction. A lot of times when you have a team working together, and even though I work by myself, I really do have a team. And I know you mentioned Escrow Technology. I've worked with the same person there, Terri Eden, for probably 25 years. and she has saved me in ways that I can't. So we do things to order to order homeowners association documents way early so that doesn't come into play. But probably one of the key issues is lenders giving loan approval. It's very difficult to do, and I think a lot of that has to do with the Dodd-Frank bill. You're listening to the Dino and Nelson Real Estate Radio Show. You can reach us at 888-814-3335. That's 888-814-3335.
So since you mentioned Terry, we have this wonderful young lady over here by the name of Terry Eden from Escrow Technologies. Welcome to the show, Terry.
Thank you.
And you came to accompany your dinosaur today and hold his hand and make sure that he doesn't misbehave, correct?
And I'm supposed to be nice, just Rich.
Well, he opened the door on the way over here. He kind of brought it all out in us. Terry, and you've been in the business for how long?
30 years.
30 years. Ray, how long were you in the business?
Well, I'm younger than she is.
Okay.
But it's been 25 years.
And so tell us about Escrow Technologies. What's the difference between other escrow companies and Escrow Technologies?
We're going paperless, so everything is in the computer. So if a client calls me a year from now and says, Terry, I need a copy of my closing statement, I'm not having to tell them, I have to pull your file from storage. Right. I have it right there. So it's really nice. And let's say, for example, they change lenders. I have everything in the system. It's just a matter of minutes, seconds, that I can just send everything over to them, So in that respect, for me, it's nice time-wise. I'm not pulling a file. It's right there on my computer. So it's really a neat program. The company I will never stop learning with the technology because that's the type of company they are. So that's nice.
And that's one thing Ray a minute earlier said, if you're working with a good team, and that's the one thing that everybody out there needs to understand, that when purchasing a home, you're not just working with the real estate agent, you're not just working with the lender. There's a team involved here, and if we can't all work together nicely and everybody's doing their job the right way, there's going to be a hiccup. Well, and that's what's so important about people like us working together, and that's why I use you as well, because the job always gets done.
You're listening to Dino and Nelson Real Estate Radio. We're with Ray Lamoureux and Terry Eden from Escrow Technology. In our next segment, we're going to go into a panel discussion, and this is something new to the Dino and Nelson Real Estate Radio Show, but we're going to have some of our experts on in the aftermath of Superstorm Sandy and take a look at, is California ready? When we get back, you can reach us direct at 888-814-3335. That's 888-814-3335, or text the word refi to 313131. This segment brought to you by Title 365, bringing you live status on transactions. We'll be right back.
Escrow Tech